You'll be the life of the party. You'll be the life of the party.
Greetings, folks, and welcome back to another Product Spotlight with your pal, Douglas Smythe from PhoenixShaving.com. Today, I'm really excited to present before you our brand spanking new twist adjustable double open comb Ascension. This, my friends, is our final, hopefully, evolution. Well, I can't say that, but our final piece in the DOC puzzle. Fans of the brand and our company know that for a long while I've been preaching about the double open comb design. I've always thought it was just a super design that never seemed to really have been explored further. So we went at it in about 2013 with our DOC Evolution, or maybe it was 2014. No, I'm sorry, it was 2015. With our DOC Evolution, we went back at the design with incorporating the double open comb design into the top cap of the Evolution razor. And while I was happy with that, I also found it aggressive, and it was also tough to really keep those prices down due to the cost of the CNC machining. So my goal was always to get back at it and try to get closer to the original design while, making important tweaks here and there. And that, my friends, is what we've done. It was very important for me to, look at the design and how we could make some changes in how we were doing it to keep the prices down and affordable for all of you. Because I really, absolutely, truly believe everyone needs this in their den. And this, my friends, if ever there was only one razor you ever needed for the rest of your life, this would be it. However, I know all of you. But I will say this will definitely be, if not your top, it'll be in your top 3 of all the razors you own, you sickos. So let's look at this. Awesome, effective, and affordable. This is the twist adjustable double open comb Ascension. Yeah, it's finally here, folks. Clear, anodized handle, top cap, storm gray anodized bottom cap, little laser etching under there too with our name on it, with the DOC name on it. But this, my friends, is CNC machined. It's constructed of 70-75 aluminum rather than 60-61, just because I find it, just because factually it's stronger, more durable, and it's harder than 60-61. It's also used in the aviation industry, and so if whatever they're using, I want to use too. The reason for the colors that they are, the storm gray below and the clear anodized, was really just to give it a sleek, elegant, masculine, and really just a space age vibe. And I think we pulled that off. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. Now, I should say I've been, reading some comments in the post where some people are like, well, all 3-piece razors are adjustable, twist adjustables to a certain extent, and that's not really that true, folks. I mean, yeah, there are 3-piece designs like this where you could loosen up the handle and alter the blade a little, but we do this a little more dramatically here, as you can tell with the curvature of the top cap and the bottom cap in comparison to a regular 3-piece design, of any design, really. So yeah, while you can get away with that for a little bit, we give you a quarter of a turn of the handle and greater flex, spring flex, than any other 3-piece razor will, unless it's the same circumference or radius as. But notice the difference. See how much more shape and radius you have to this as opposed to other 3-piece designs. So that said, let's look at how this actually works. And how this came to be, as any typical product spotlight, I like to give you a little history on the thing. Our original DOC was very, very popular, is very, very popular still. But what would happen is noobs would often over-tighten the handle. A lot of newbies will do that with a metal razors. They'll over-tighten the handle. And that's not ever a good thing. That's not a good thing with plumbing, with anything. Car maintenance, you never want to over-tighten. Snug is always your friend. So I would always tell them, you're over-tightening the handle. You're closing up the gap. Loosen it, make it snug. That's where you want to be. And this put the idea in my head, wait, we could work on that. We can exploit that concept even more. Granted, there were some designs back in the day, like the Eclipse Red Ring, a few Gillette designs, where they encourage you to twist it to adjust blade exposure, blade gap, or blade angle. And that's what we're exploiting here, really, is the blade angle. We're changing the feel of the blade. You can adjust this and feel the difference. You will notice it more aggressive when you adjust it. So it is adjustable. So I just want to get that out of the way right now for all the naysayers going, oh, you can do that with anything. You can't do it like this. So again, with the blade now in there, it creates a flat spring tension. So with these divots, these noticeable divots right here, which are great in soapy conditions, you put your hands there, and now you have, as described on the back of the box in these instructions, you have a quarter turn from here, tight, to here, where you can customize in this space right here what feels good to you for the shave. Now I've gone further to test this design out than a quarter turn and still used it. Look at that, it's not loose, there's no blade shatter when I use it, none of that stuff that you would expect with a razor like this, which has a different radius, has less of a curve, less curvature. So that curvature is really putting pressure on the top cap, giving you this spring that holds the blade in place and holds the cap together. That's what you're relying on. So yeah. Now also, let's cut to this other clip where you can see how this actually works. So if you notice the side angle of the razor right here, hands down there, let's do a turn. Let's do a turn. And you can see how that alters the angle of the blade, thus altering the feel of the shave and the aggressiveness of the shave. And then we'll just tighten it back up. So that's one of the most dramatic changes with this razor. I also got to say, this isn't an exact replica of the DOC. This was a razor that we designed and decided to do an open comb top cap with and explore that with. So it is really our own. We've done a bunch of different tweaks and whatnot with this design, add our own flair, add our own little subtle things too, as we do with all of our label designs and everything else. There's some little harmonious, subtle, I guess tip of the hats to Charcoal Goods too, if you ask me. But that's another spotlight all in itself. Anyways, so as I demonstrated earlier, these divots right here are functional. That's to hold in place while your hands are soapy, if they are in fact, and play with the adjustment mechanism or the twist mechanism. And also I should point out, as you can see, there's no blade tab exposure. In the original DOC, there were blade tabs sticking out. We've chose to cover them with this design. So now you can get closer underneath your nose again without flicking the nose bridge with that blade tab, if ever that was a thing. I mean, that's some people that forget what they're doing, and that's a problem for them. For me, never had a problem. Anyways, so those are some design elements that we've changed, design elements that we looked into, exploited, and explored. This, my friends, is the Phoenix Ascension double open comb twist adjustable. I'm super excited to bring this to you. It's been a long time in the works. I also need to give a shout out to Frugal Shaves. Aaron really helped us out a lot with this design. It was great working with him because he's not only is he doing 3D design, he's also a wet shaver, so he understands exactly what I'm talking about, where I had problems in the past with other designers. So that's it, folks. That is, again, before I leave, I just want you to show the dramatic difference in the radius here of the caps. This is the twist adjustable. You're going to absolutely love this, and it's not going anywhere. This is a design I really want to push into the future. Thank you for tuning in to another product spotlight with Douglas Smythe and PhoenixShaving.com. Damn it, I'm so excited. Pick one up now. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.